Welcome to the Centrica Business Solutions training videos for the Panoramic Power System. This video will provide a step-by-step orientation of the bridge configuration and installation for bridges with firmware 470 and higher. To configure the bridge, you will need all of the contents in the bridge box, a laptop, and an Ethernet cable. Bridges can be configured to 3 different network connection types: cellular, Wi-Fi, or LAN. If the bridge will be communicating via cellular, a 3G GSM SIM card is also required for the configuration process. Open the bridge box and make sure the following items are in the box: a bridge, cellular antenna, RF antenna, a 5-volt DC adapter, and a 4-piece reclosable fastener with adhesive. Take the antennas and twist them on their matching associated positions on the top of the bridge. Once the AC adapter is taken out of the box and plugged into the wall, attach it to the bridge. Hold down the black configuration button at the bottom of the bridge until the left RX light turns solid red. It should take about 4 to 5 seconds for the red light to show up. Connect the bridge to your laptop with an Ethernet cable. Once the other end's connected to your laptop, you should see a blinking green light and a solid orange light. Open a web browser. In the URL, type 10.0.0.10. Within a few minutes, the page will populate the Bridge Configuration Tool Status page. The configuration settings of your bridge will appear. By default, a new bridge comes from the manufacturer configured as an Ethernet connection type with DHCP. To change the configuration, click on Network Setup. For first-time users, a window will pop up asking for a username and password. Please supply PAN-PWR as both the username and password and click Login. For cellular configuration, insert the SIM card into the slot on the left side of the bridge and lock it in place. On the Bridge Configuration tool, select Cellular from the connection type. Type in the APN code provided by the cellular network operator or Centrica Business Solutions. Leave the rest of the details as default. Click on Save and Reboot at the bottom right of the screen. After the reboot, put the bridge back into configuration mode to continue seeing its network status. For Wi-Fi, click on the connection type dropdown and select Wi-Fi. If the Wi-Fi network is present in the location you are configuring the bridge, click on Find Networks. Click on the Wi-Fi network and click Apply. The security option will automatically update with your Wi-Fi network selection. Provide the password if applicable. Click on Save and Reboot at the bottom right of the screen when finished. During the reboot phase, go back to your bridge and put the bridge back in config mode by holding down the configuration button at the bottom of the bridge until the left light turns red, and return to the network setup screen. Most Wi-Fi networks automatically obtain IP address and DNS server, but depending on your Wi-Fi network, you might need to use static IP address and DNS server, automatically obtain IP address but use a static DNS, or use static IP address and obtain the DNS server automatically. If you need a static IP address for the bridge, make sure to have the network setting information ready before starting the procedure. For static IP, enter the bridge's IP address, subnet mask, gateway, and DNS server IP. This will be determined by the site's IT department to allow the bridge on their network. The NTP server defines how the bridge synchronizes with time. Automatically connect to a public NTP server is the default. You can also provide a specific NTP server if applicable. Click Save and Reboot when finished. The last connection type is via LAN or via Ethernet. The same IP settings are available and are required to establish for Ethernet LAN connected bridges. Once the settings are saved, return to the status page to confirm the settings are correct. Once the bridge connects, you can see the signal strength of that network for Wi-Fi and cellular bridges, and at the bottom you will see the power radar connection status, which in this case is connected, with the timer increasing up to how long it's been connected to the system. Modbus connection refers to our standalone bridge option, which will be discussed in another video. The connection setup gives you the option to enable or disable bridge connection setup features. Connect to Power Radar and enable remote firmware update are automatically enabled. Enable standalone Modbus TCP refers to the standalone bridge operation, which will be discussed in a different video. For advanced settings, like the port and the URL the bridge is communicating to, click on Advanced Settings to view or change. Administration allows you to change the credentials that were required to access the network setup and connection setup pages. We highly recommend changing the password in order to secure the bridge from an unauthorized access. Bridge configuration sets the admin UI availability on the bridge. It is also recommended to keep this bridge and only in config mode since it's a more secure option. Pulse setup refers to the meter pulse connections on the left-hand side of the bridge. Click the check boxes next to the inputs to enable them for the wires, and view the count if you are manually enabling counts on the wires connected to the bridge. And finally, the diagnostics section allows you to conduct a connection test, verify if the bridge has a server connection, and can ping Google, and a bridge console available when connected via Wi-Fi or cellular. This section is only available when the bridge is in configuration mode. Plug the DC adapter into the bridge, plug it into the outlet, and set the bridge at its designated location. Make sure the appropriate LEDs are illuminated. A blinking orange sensor data light, a solid green network light, and a solid green power light. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please submit a support ticket on the platform at www.powerradar.energy.